Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and today we're having a look at Fabrica Hill, and we're getting there by going over the new Paphos walkway. Well, I say new, it's been there a couple of years now, but to us old timers it's new. It looks new. The ravages of time have yet to hit it. And to get where we were, you walk towards the harbour from King's Avenue Mall, and it's on your right. You'll go past the funny hotel, which we'll see in a minute first, but then if you keep going, you can't miss it. And on our left here, you've got the top end of Paphos Archaeological Park. And in that specific area, there's not a lot to see. It's all pretty much overgrown. Now, I'd imagine there's stuff underground there, because pretty much all of Paphos seems to have ancient ruins below it, because there was an earthquake, I think in the 13th century, that pretty much flattened the entire area, which is why the archaeological park itself had to be excavated, and why Fabrica Hill, which we're going to go seeing soon, still gets excavated from time to time in modern times. Now, this hotel here has got a bit of a colourful past. I don't know what the latest on it is, but apparently, just to say it euphemistically, they were renting rooms by the hour. That's what social media said anyway. So it's a very odd building, really. I mean, because a lot of that's artificial, obviously, but there are supposedly some original ancient walls and stuff inside it. I filmed this using a 360 camera, by the way, and I've taken a fixed view of it so that I can pan the camera around to show you what I want to show you. Now, interestingly, you can just see there's been a big fire up on Fabrica Hill itself, and I didn't see anything about it in the press, but I eventually found an article in a Greek language paper. I think the fire was on April the 22nd. And the cause of it just said dry grass, so it wasn't exactly helpful. Now there's Paphos Mall roundabout, or King's Avenue Mall roundabout, I have to call it now. Now someone did ask, they observed in a recent film I just published that it looks a bit like a map. And that's because it is actually a map, well, more of a diagram than an accurate to scale map. And I found this bit of text from a news article that came up on our main forum a while ago. The landscaping of the circular hub in Paphos, next to King's Avenue Mall, depicts the ancient harbour of Paphos on a smaller scale. The brown gravel represents the land and the lawn the sea. The olive tree, as a centuries-old tree, features the medieval castle, and the rocks depict the Roman wall as it extends into the harbour bay. The 8 orbiting cypress trees symbolise the 8 tombs of the kings in Paphos and are geographically positioned like tombs in reality. So there you have it. We're just continuing up where the burnt area is. I will publish, excuse me, probably next Friday, the 360 version of this walk, so you'll be able to spin the camera however you should choose. And at the beginning of that film, I'll have a little bit of narration saying how 360 films work, because I have a feeling that a lot of people don't actually see them properly, or how they can. And one thing the fire does do is make this wall up here more noticeable. And it just highlights how much buildings there must still be underneath Fabrica Hill itself. Because on the previous street view image from last year, you can see a few rocks there, but not many. But now There's a definite building wall visible all the way along. It reminds, when I grew up back in the UK on the firing range near Aldershot, there was an awful lot of historical, well, I say historical is like 19th century and early 20th century work beneath all the bracken and heather that you had on the ranges, and every time they had a fire there, which is fairly frequent, you get to see it all again. And I would always be fascinated by that. There's a couple of municipal cars up there. Possibly surveying the fire damage, who knows. And certain parts of Fabrica Hill are fenced off because they're archaeological sites, but most of it you can just wander around however you like, which is why I like it. But seriously, I mean, underneath where we're walking there must be ancient ruins as well. And we'll be coming up to the outdoor theatre soon. Now, there used to be a viewing platform up here, but I think that was on top of where they last needed to excavate for their archaeological dig. So that's now gone. But the area where it was is still accessible, so you can still see the sunset from up here if you so desire, and we'll just be able to see, thanks to the long pole I had, the outdoor theatre just down there. You can't actually get to it, so excuse the jittery camera there. Because it's fenced off, but now if you take that path to the left, it'll take you down to the St Paul's Pillar area, but we're not going that way. So I want to end up finally at the start of the Paphos Bridge again, because that's where my car is. So I'm not going to go that way. And to the left, that little roof you can see, that's covering a mosaic. I'm not going to bother going to show you that in this walk, because I think on the last film I did of this we went over that way, so I'm going to go down here instead. So yeah, all this burnt area must have happened like about 10 days ago. And there are catacombs to our left now, and you can access the catacombs from the main road, is where the main entrance is to them. They come all the way up here. It's fun for a wander. I mean, if your phone's got a torch or you've got a separate one, it'd be worth carrying one because it can be dark in places. But it's nice and cool as well, especially in the summertime. Not the place to take a 360 camera on a long pole though. So we have bins along the route as well. There's another entrance to the catacombs. That's actually just below the mosaic area. think as I was walking down I was reminiscing of the old ranges. There's a distinct smell. It's interesting actually, because brush fires like this, they happen all the time in Cyprus and other hot countries, and in a year or two's time you won't even know it's happened, because I mean, driving down the B7 to Polis, as you go past Choulou, there was a big fire there a couple of years ago and you wouldn't notice it now. And similarly, when we drove through Akoursos in that film I published a few days ago, you would not guess that the entire one side of the valley looked just like that a couple of years ago. So while the fires are unpleasant, they don't tend to do permanent damage unless they come into contact with buildings. So I don't think at the time I was aware of just how much the camera was in that tree. Now we're going back to the suspicious hotel, which is now closed. And we'll go under the walkway this time. And remember, if you like our content, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, as it really does help YouTube promote us. And if you want to help us financially, then go to our paphoslife.com/coffee page, and you can either send us coffee or click on one of the affiliate links. And here is the hotel itself, complete with its decorations. I stopped the film and started it again then, so I could have two separate films for uploading to Street View purposes, because otherwise this part of the first film might have been cancelled by the proximity to the first part, because I was walking on a raised platform and Street View doesn't really cope with multiple layers that well. Not in this kind of format, anyway. We get another look at the Archaeological Park wasteland area. There are a couple of, what were they? Were they basilicas or tombs in that area? I can't remember exactly. But I will be returning there soon to do some more films and articles, because I haven't seen it for years now and I miss it. Oh, that's a point actually, while I'm here. Rain is forecast for tomorrow. And if you're here on holiday, and assuming I can get this film done by then, I'm not sure when this is due to go live actually, it might go out tomorrow. But anyway, go and see the Archaeological Park just after rain, because the outdoor mosaics look their best then. And if you really want to appreciate them properly, let them have a decent downpour and then you can go and see them. So I think that sealed the publishing fate of this film then. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that look around Fabrica Hill, and we'll see you in the next film. Take care.